So this is my sister, Jasmine. Today I'll be styling her hair using my curly hair routine. Let's get started. I'll start by sectioning hair horizontally, starting from the bottom and moving upwards. Once you have that sectioned out, separate it one more time into left and right sides. Next, you'll need water. If your hair isn't freshly washed and soaking wet, you can use this routine to refresh your curls. You can either dampen your hair or fully saturate it. I decided to fully saturate it for minimum frizz and maximum definition. Next, choose a brush or a comb. Now it's up to you whether to detangle after your hair is wet or before. I had a tough time detangling Jasmine's hair wet, so I'm going to detangle her hair when it's dry instead, which is what I do when I refresh my curls. The first product we'll be using is the Not Your Mother's Defining Cream. You'll want to start with the moisturizing product first, since it'll help define your natural curl pattern. I'm also using two application methods. First one is raking, which is applying the product by running my fingers through the hair, and roping, which is basically squeezing the product down the entire section. Next, I'll be using the Not Your Mother's Sculpting Gel. Using a gel after your moisturizing product will not only seal in the moisture, but will also give you some hold. Once the gel is applied, I start curling each curl individually, which is a styling technique called finger curling or coiling. If you're just starting your curl journey, are in the transition phase, or even just have a difficult time getting definition, this is a great styling technique to use to train your curls to curl. Once I'm done with the section I'm working on, I'll gently take the curls, cup the full section, starting from the ends, and scrunch. I also pulsate against the scalp for better definition at the roots. Now repeat this process throughout the whole hair. Now, I know this is very time consuming, but remember to have fun with it. Who knows, maybe your client won't even notice if you turn up a little bit.
I came down, I ain't stopping, I'm on go. God feel sounds, I'ma hit 'em with the hope. Going with the sound, I don't keep it on the low. I'ma put it in the flow, cause they really gotta know. Cook at 2 a.m. and see that a Waffle House.
Alright, now let's finish the rest of the hair. Now when you reach the top portion of your hair, in order to get the most volume, I section horizontally instead of parting the hair to either side. Continue styling the same way. Just make sure to adjust the product amount accordingly for this section. Since I have smaller sections of hair, I'm using half of the product amount I was using earlier. I'll start in the back and work my way towards the front. Finger coil each section, but don't scrunch just yet. Just let the hair fall back and continue to the next section. Now flip your hair upside down and scrunch. Now we'll start the diffusing process. I use a technique called hover diffusing. What you're essentially doing is not making contact with the hair and only hovering above it. I'll focus on the roots until they're about 50% dry. Next, I'll clip the roots with these pronged hair clips. This will help us get volume at the roots. Once you're done, go ahead and continue hover diffusing. Also make sure to move hair in all directions when you're diffusing. You know when you flip your hair to one side and it's flat, then flip it to the other side and you have volume? Yep. We want to avoid that. So by doing this, you're helping your hair have more mobility. Once your hair is about halfway dry and your product is set, this is when you can actually start cupping your hair if you want more shrinkage. I cup the hair and hold it against the scalp for about 1 to 2 minutes, then move on to the next section. As for the temperature settings, I like to switch between cool and warm during the whole diffusing process. I just really make sure to not leave the warm setting against my scalp for too long. Now that the hair is dry, I'll begin to take off the hair clips. I'll then take the OGX Moroccan Argan Oil and apply it to my palms, rub my hands together, and begin fluffing and scrunching out the cast. Using an oil in this part of the process can help add shine to your hair and help minimize frizz while scrunching. And at last, after the vigorous work that styling curly hair can be, here is the end result. I really hope this helps you guys out, and as always, thanks for watching.